Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine an old woman, 75 years old, standing in front of a mirror, asking herself one question. What will people say? For many years, this question stopped her from living her dreams. But today something changes. Today she decides to live not for others, but for herself. This is a story of courage, love, and rediscovery. A story that will touch your heart and remind you, it is never too late to begin again. Maya was 75 years old. Her hair was white like snow, and her hands were soft but full of wrinkles. She lived in a small house by the lake. Every morning, she sat by her window, watching the birds fly freely in the blue sky. She always whispered the same words. How beautiful freedom is! But Maya was not free. For many years, she had lived her life thinking about what people would say. When she was young, she wanted to be a dancer. She loved music. She loved the sound of her feet on the floor. But her father had said, "Dancing is not for good girls. People will talk." So she stopped dancing. When she was 30, she wanted to start a small bakery. She baked the best apple pies in her town. But her husband said, "It's not the time, Maya. What will people say if my wife works in a shop?" So she stopped dreaming. When she was 50, she wanted to travel to see the mountains and the sea. But her neighbor said, "A woman your age should stay home." So she stayed. And now, at 75, she felt like her life had passed her by. Like a train she had never taken. One afternoon, she found an old box in her cupboard. Inside it was a pair of dancing shoes. Small, brown, and covered in dust. Her eyes filled with tears. She remembered the girl who had danced in the rain, the girl who believed she could fly. She looked at the mirror and asked softly, "What will people say?" Then she smiled and whispered, "I don't care anymore." That night, she put on her old shoes. Her body was weak, her knees hurt, but her heart was strong. She turned on the radio and let the old music fill her room. At first, her steps were slow and unsure. But soon, she began to move with rhythm, her body remembering what her mind had forgotten. She twirled, laughed, and even cried. Her neighbor, Mrs. Patel, saw her through the window and called, "Maya, what are you doing?" Maya smiled, still dancing. "I'm living, Mrs. Patel. Finally, I'm living." The next morning, the whole neighborhood was talking. "Did you see Maya dancing? She's too old for that. Poor woman, she's lost her mind." But Maya didn't care. She walked to the lake, wearing her favorite red shawl, the color of life. She took her notebook and wrote down a list. My dreams: dance again in public, bake apple pies for children, see the mountains, laugh every day. She started with the first one. On Sunday, the town held a small festival. Maya went there with her dancing shoes. The young people laughed when they saw her. "Grandma, are you going to dance?" one boy teased. She smiled and said, "Watch me." The music started. Everyone went silent as Maya began to move. Her steps were slow but full of grace. The crowd clapped. Some people smiled, some cried. They saw not just an old woman, but a dream reborn. After her dance, a little girl came up to her. "You are so brave," the girl said. "I want to dance too." Maya bent down and whispered, "Then dance, my dear. Don't ever ask what people will say." From that day, Maya became an inspiration. She opened a small baking stall at the festival, and everyone loved her pies. She saved money and one summer morning, took a train to the mountains. When she reached the top, she looked at the sky and said, "I did it. Finally, I did it." Her heart was full of peace. She realized that the biggest prison is not made of walls, but of fear. The fear of what others might say. Maya's story teaches us something powerful. People will always talk. If you do good, they will talk. If you do bad, they will talk. So why not do what makes your soul shine? Life does not end at 75, or at any age. Every sunrise gives you another chance to follow your dreams, to dance, to smile, to live. Sunrise. Remember this line. Don't live for the voices outside. Live for the voice inside. Because one day when you look back, you won't remember what people said. You'll remember how you felt when you finally chose yourself. Red Heart.